Welcome back, everybody. Today is Monday, March 31st. By the way, if you ever leave a comment on my video, more than likely I will answer it after I do the next day video. That's just how I am. But I did read them yesterday, so thank you for your different comments that I got there yesterday. I'll go on a little bit more about what's happened since I told you the thing that happened the other day. Fairy Fragments Down is back up. It was nice. I went in there last night. I was like, oh, cool, it works again. I did my quest except for one, and I moved on with my life. It actually worked. I was able to get all my quests done with one level, which is crazy because before sometimes it just wouldn't complete at all. Now, images and linking on custom pages broken. If you did not know, if you looked at yesterday with the doggo pick and the day before how it didn't work, yeah, it wasn't going to work. It just wasn't going to work. This is not just a glitch in presentation. The base of the URLs will be stripped from the actual save Neo HTML. So that's why I was like looking, and when I looked at the guy's view source, the link didn't look right. I was like, I cannot see this image at all. There's no way I can actually see it, which sucks because I want to see the daily doggo pick. By the way, a barely legible business card over here. Yesterday we saw it low 99, and today is right. Actually, I want to use the bigger one. Actually, this is the bigger one. There, it's 115,000 was the lowest. Let me just hit resubmit because it was about 20. There we go. 112,000. Well, basically 113. And I want to keep resubmitting. I want to do search price only and see how many we got now. 74. So this thing goes up and down. It's in the 70s. So people are getting them. People are using them. Or people are just stocking up and trying to hoard for inflation purposes. But no matter what, there is at least a bit of a steady stream, though you saw me battle and I didn't get one. So let's just do the battling again. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend. Oh, I have one health. Let me just attempt to heal here. Let's see what we have happen. Healing Springs. Yeah, that would be fun, just losing. Oh, I got 10 hit points. I think that's good enough. We're going to roll with this, see what actually happens. I'm going to have to heal the first thing that I do here. Not fungus. I need the Hulk and Wraith because I need that sweet, sweet money. This is day 3 of trying to get this. And let's see what happens. All right, I'm healed, thank God. But now I have to fight once more. I actually don't need that second weapon. Yeah, it's interesting. The Cardia, I didn't do one of the quests last night. I was like, I'm not doing it. It is not going to. It was the molten mixer again. Even though they made it easier, I just don't care to do it. I don't. I said screw it to the 5,000. I should have. It was just really late at night last night, and I just didn't care. Lesser Nerkman. Look at all these Nerkmans. They're shooting them out because they know reset day is tomorrow. And don't forget to put them up for sale if you're looking for it. I like the animation, the pain on his face. I can feel it. Ultra Golden Nerkman. What is the deal with these Nerkmans? Dude, I need you to drop an exclusive item for me. Can you do it? Please. Yeah, maybe I don't need to fight it on hard. Maybe I should do the medium version. Gotta be it. Because when I went to the Neo board yesterday, someone said they got 2 and then 1. I might have it flipped it around, but 2 on one day and 1 on another day. I got another Nerkmit and a Wraith Plasma Mirror. I am not having any luck with this item. Just when I thought this challenger here was totally worthless, it was not. Oh, I got one. I got one and a crap load of Nerkmids, but I finally got one. That's the most I've seen people say they've gotten, where they got 2 of these exclusive items a day. I was getting one. I got one the prior 2 days, but now I got it. So what? I got 4 items. One of them being the legible business card. Ooh, that would not have been good to pick as a skill. So yeah, 33% chance. 1 in 3. Wraith Pocket Lint. I got 3 items. Yo. Gonna hook me up today. And here we are. Great. Okay. Oh man, look at the, oh my god, this is probably the most Nerkmans I've gotten since this whole thing. Let's see what else. Okay, that is it. Let's, oh, I'm excited to check the inventory. Let's see what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Nerkmids. I think that is the most I've ever gotten. That is actually pretty crazy. 7 Nerkmids, 3 exclusives, 1 being the Barely Legend, or 2, all three, yeah. All 3 exclusives, 1 being the Barely Legible Business Card. They owe me though. So tomorrow I expect another Barely Legible Business Card. Let me go back to my board since I made it and fill them in. Premium board. Here we go. Take a look. What are people saying? Okay. 4 Nerkmids and 2 Wraith Plasma Mirrors. Yeah, here it is. Yesterday, 2. Today, 1 fought on hard. Zoom in there. Yeah, I want my uni to be my main. Oh, this person does not have a pet that's able to fight. Oh, yeah, I want my uni to be my main pet. I'm sick of wasting Neo points on my side bunny. I kept going with that one since it started with the highest, but it's gonna take me even longer now training a new pet. Hope it stays for a while until I get one. Only came back a few months ago and had 0 inches in Battledome until knowing I need it for Void Plot, and now this. No cards for me, but 4 Nerkmids, and the card had deflated, so I bought one for my album. Nice. I fought him yesterday and today and still nothing. I'm curious what the drop rate is, but I've seen lots of people getting them, so maybe I'm just unlucky. Just guessing, but from the boards I have seen, seems like 1 every 4 days. That's about the same as the bubbling fungus. Yeah, I think that's pretty. I think it's 1 in 3 is my guess. 0 today, but I got some lint. Okay, I'm gonna add my info. This is good information. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 Nerkmids again. Just making sure. Today I got a bit luckier and got 7 Nerkmids and 1 of each exclusive. My guess is this is 1 every 3 days, since minimum 1 exclusive per day and item. So 33% chance. I don't think there's like an increased drop rate based on the exclusive. I think it's all just 33% chance. That's where I'm going with it. Nerk mids. There we go. Okay. You're wondering, I'm typing a little weird and I'm looking at my monitor a little differently because remember I showed you yesterday about my cats looking outside the window? So early in the morning, right, when it's early in the morning, if I were to have this monitor pointed in the direction it normally is, which is straight at me, that light will go where my cats are, and that light will go out into the real world, and any birds or anything that are outside of here will be able to see that, and it might scare them away. So I actually have to, I am staring at my monitor right now at an angle. So I am not looking at it head on, I'm looking at angles. So it's weird when I move my mouse sometimes or the way I look at things because it is not normal. So I have to shift a lot of things just because of this. But as it starts to get light out, I'm able to actually go back to normal. This is the stuff I do for my cats. By the way, this one's interesting. I'm gonna have to talk to my neighbor. No choice. I basically, oh, not that. I went out yesterday. They actually had a Costco. Costco had Pokemon, so I was able to get it. I didn't have to fight people. They had a limited 2. I got really lucky because they only had a few left. The lady was like, "You need to hurry and drive here." It was like a 45-minute drive. So this is the nest I was telling you about in my garden that we covered over this thing because so basically when we found that rabbit dead, we went and made sure that there was no bunnies inside. This morning, oh, this is another picture too. This is the view from my yard. You could see that nest over there. It made a nest out of these are actually strawberries. It made a nest out of our strawberries, which is interesting to see. The funny part is, if you look at this, my wife put up this fencing to keep rabbits and things out from eating, the strawberries and peppers and all that. They hop over this thing. Well, some hop over and some crawl underneath because it's not fully down there. I mean, and this looks the way it does just because winter and the wind and all that. We never took it down, so we're gonna have to redo it just because of springtime when we make our garden again. What is with my neighbor's shed? See this? It looks like it's cracking on the bottom, like right down here. Not that you're trying to figure out my neighbor's shed. This is a Neopets video, but look at all that. So this morning, remember, I assumed, I know that we had bunnies in our yard, but I figured the one that died was the one that made this nest. There was a rabbit that was standing right here where my mouse is. You'd see it. It was standing, and then I called my wife, and a little bit later, like after calling my wife, it hopped into this garden bed, and it was staring at this. I went to look. It didn't reopen the hole, but it was staring at this. So I'm assuming what we thought was the nest of the dead one was actually not. It was of this living one because it's went in there and started looking at it. So they didn't reopen the hole. I don't know if it's going to come back and do that. I almost, in a way, I wish it would reopen the hole because at least you have this fencing around there. But at the same time, because of what happened, I'm like, maybe it shouldn't because of our neighbor's dog. So because now I know that that rabbit is here and there's a potential that it could build a nest somewhere around my house. Normally we have about 2 or 3 nests a year in our yard. I don't know why they like making a nest in our yard, but they do. So I'm gonna have to talk to my neighbor and tell him that you need to at least watch your dog. You have to leash him up, or you're gonna have to always be by them because I don't want you going into my yard. I don't want your dog going into my yard because of what happened. I ran it through AI, like the wounds and all that, the pictures of it. I didn't even notice like there was this one wound around the neck because of all the fur, but the AI picked up on it. And I was like, yeah, that's definitely a dog. It ruled out cat, bird, fox, raccoon, coyote. Like, I don't think we have coyotes like in this neighborhood. I can't imagine there are coyotes here. So it ruled out all of them, and it was like most likely it was a dog. So that explains everything that I need to know. And now that I know that there's a rabbit there, potentially in our yard once more, I have no choice but to talk to my neighbor. So we are definitely going to set up cameras around the house. Sucks because it's not like I want to go out of my way to, like, pay for cameras when all my neighbor needs to do is just not let their dog just run everywhere, right? Like, it's just kind of messed up. Order of the red, let's go with them. 53%. That's pretty, seems pretty solid. So let's go. Yeah, it is a bit frustrating though, because who wants to actually pay out money when all you got to do is just be responsible. So I will answer your comment though. It's sad seeing all that stuff, like the training setback on the comment yesterday. It just sucks. It sucks when people can't just take care of their own animals, their family animals. They just let them do whatever they want. So it just made me mad. But I'm not gonna say I'm over it. It's not over until these camera goes up and I pay for it and not have to think about that anymore. But um, yeah, it's that loss of innocence, I guess you could say. That you have this really great world view and then someone has to come along and spoil it. That's where I'm at. Someone's got to spoil it. But I mean, I made it a long time at this house without any sort of issues, so I guess that's a plus. I am really worried about the future of this neighborhood though, like actually worried because this neighborhood is one that was starting, I guess you could say. It was being developed. And you can imagine the people that moved in here were starting families. And that's what happened. So now over time, as these kids have started growing, some are like 16, 17, 18. Some are, 9, 10, which is about the age. So some moved in with a, already started family. But my thing is, I didn't know that there's a ton of kids now driving these bikes and little dirt bikes that go like 50 miles, 40 miles an hour, I think, up and down the road. There was one driving a lawnmower, like a riding mower. He was driving up and down the street, and I'm like, this is crazy because some of those kids, there's like a 13-year-old driving that dirt bike down the like an actual road, and then there's another one on the electric bike crossing the road, like an actual real road, like where cars are driving. And I'm like, is this allowed? I don't understand anymore the world that I'm living in. And again, I live in the country, so basically the country. Stores are closed on Sundays just because there's signs about going to church. And again, I'm not saying anything bad about church. That I'm just describing the town I live in, so you have that in your mind. Because there's places, right, where there's no such thing as a closed store. But no, mine closes on Sunday. Outside on the sign it says you should be at church. That's what it says on their digital board. So to me, this is all new. I'm like, I didn't know kids are just allowed to drive on the road with something that fast. It's just crazy to me, and I'm like, I hope none of them get injured because like they're definitely disobeying the law. Because there was one when I was driving yesterday. This kid went into. You're gonna love my drawings again. My drawings. So this is dash here. This kid went from this McDonald's. Here's Mickey D's. Oh, actually, it's like this. So this is a barrier. It's not a barrier, but it's the middle. So each lane is a 2-lane. So going this way is 2 lanes, and then this way. This kid went in front of my car as I was driving. Like he went here and then went into this middle section, right? And then he started going over here, but there was cars coming, so then he went back. And then he went back this way. Like he started going onto the road. Instead of going down the middle, he started going into the road this direction. And then he went over here again. I'm like, what are you doing? It's insane. That's why I'm like, this is not, there's no light anywhere here. Like he just did that all of a sudden. He just started circling, didn't know what to do, then went down and then went over. And I'm like, this is crazy. And I'm like, he's too young because, there's no license or anything. I mean, they're just common sense at this point. Like you should probably not be driving or not even driving, like whatever he's doing, riding, e-biking, not really sure anymore. You get my point. I don't know if you're just allowed to, but I guess you are. Who knows anymore? Did I buy my stock yet? Crap. What am I doing? Where's my 15? I got lost in my painting. I did not buy my stock, I think. And I totally have missed the Fairy Employment Agency at this point. This is what I mean by I've just been sidetracked so many times that I keep missing the Fairy Employment Agency. It's a little sad because I love that place. Okay. Oh, yesterday I got a purple job. It had 3 minutes on it, but my internet just like I don't know if it was Neopets. It wasn't the internet because I had Twitch on to the side and it was working fine. So for whatever reason, it just wasn't. Oh, well, look at all these broken images. Skip day. We got a doggo pick plus a skip day and 0. Okay, go on. Moving. Yeah, e-bikes. So I say that because in any growing neighborhood, like the place where I grew up, partway through my childhood, it started becoming a growing neighborhood, and the same thing happened, right? Then we started getting vandalism. There was vandalism as kids got older, right? They became, what is it, more obnoxious. Let's be real. I mean, some teenagers are pretty obnoxious and they don't mind doing things because they think it's funny. So they started vandalizing more and more things, and I am really, really hoping that this neighborhood doesn't turn out this way. But seeing how I would say spoiled they are, I have zero confidence that there's not going to be problems in this neighborhood in a few years, if not this year. But we shall see. We shall see. I honestly believe there's going to be problems just because of the way they act. Like I could be this is one of those neighborhoods that there's a lot of kids playing still on the street. Like they play street hockey and they play basketball. And when a car comes up, any car, like I've seen it just looking down the street, I've experienced it myself. they will not get out of the way. You know, like how normally they'll stop playing in the street and they'll move to the side. They do not get out of the way sometimes. And I'm just like, they'll do it sometimes when their parents are standing there, right? They'll do it. Other times the parents are looking at me like I'm the one in the wrong. Like they'll look at me and then eventually tell their kids to move out of the way. Like they have to give it a minute. There was one that was actually playing with them. Like he just kept throwing. They play football too. He kept throwing the football, like even though he saw me down there. And it's like, dude, you gonna get out of the way or what? I'm not trying to hit your kids or nothing. Like, but you got to move. This is the street. You know, you can always play in your backyard. You know, where it's grass. It makes a lot of sense to play football in the grass. I mean, street hockey, I get it. Like street hockey for a reason, but the football, not really understanding that when you have a legitimate yard that you could play in. So that's my neighborhood life. You like that? That's great. I know. Oh boy. The stresses of an adult. I know it seems very trivial in general when you compare things like my rabbit dying, like actual life. But it's just the added stress. My sister hates coming to my house now just because of when it's springtime, how many people are just out. And like I said, they won't get out of the way. Like, you would think they would just move, but they don't know that anymore. I think it's just common sense. Weak bonfire. Okay. Sorry. Today is an interesting day. I'm gonna be having these rants for a little bit. You should have saw my Y Schwartz video. Whew. I let him have it this time. I let people have it. That was interesting. But I think people like it when I get a little feisty in my videos. I'll tell you. Oh, yo, is this? Wait, oh, wait, wait, what's happening here? See, I don't know if you saw that. I tried to hit it, except today's. I think it's. I don't know. I hit it, nothing happened, and then I hit it again, and now I got this Queen Fiora quest, but it looks like I still have it. I don't know. Or maybe I just didn't look at the other. Ooh, 250. Doing it. It's probably cheaper, but I mean, 250 is 250. I don't know what's happening with my screen right now, but I'm going to. Okay, it says accepted. Great now. Just things are broken all over the place. Unless it always does that every time. Who knows? Okay, it doesn't matter. Level, strength, health have increased a lot. Thank you, Fortune Cookie. And I got 3 days left. Awesome. Or 2 days left. That was a good one. Did they ever do anything with these totems? I always like these totems, but they never really. They should have used that in a quest, unless they already did, and I totally blanked on that. 178,000. I really like this Aisha totem. Is it really 645? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me close out of that now. Where can you visit Edna to get quest? Is she in the haunted woods? Bam. Wrong. Yes, right. Correct. I thought so. I thought so. What quest does she give out? Edna? Edna? Edna. She gives out quest? Yo, I didn't even, hmm. I've never done one of these. I know about the esophagus and I know about the brain tree. I know about all that, right? I get that, but all this time I didn't really think about an Edna quest. Jelly Neo. This is not even a joke. I am serious when I say this. Hey, let's see what she says. Inside the witch's tower lives Edna, the residential sorceress of the haunted woods. However, as the five Mercas, she's accidentally turned into Merca Pie. Right, I don't know. Starting a quest. Edna will request 1 to 3 items of rarity 40 to 70. Okay, that makes sense. It's normal. That's like the cooking, the kitchen quest. As a result, for completing, she will award the following: a small amount of Neopoints averaging 150 to 225. Or 100 to 225. Random spooky food item with a rarity of 82 or lower when you complete your first quest for her, you'll also be able to lock her as a challenger in the Battledome. Randomly awarded for doing her quest. Quest bonus. Dude, I never did one of these. I don't think I did one of these. I don't think I ever. Let me just try. Let's see if I'm full of crap or I totally forgot. Jub Jub Warriors. I don't remember doing one of these. I swear to you. But we'll see. And I'm sorry I didn't realize you existed. I knew you existed, but not in quest form. Alright. Alright. I need to just. I have the ingredients. Yeah, look at that. I got Tails of the Esophagus. Oh, Battledome Challenger. Hey, what do you know? I do a daily trivia, I get a new Battledome challenge. Oh, dang it. There's an avatar dealing with this. That's actually seriously funny to me. Like that this whole time. I didn't know. I mean, I knew Edna the Witch. I didn't know Edna had West. Crazy. Randomly awarded when you complete that asks for 3 items. Yo, only give me 2. When activated, the 2019 Charity Corner perk Avatar Goldmine increased the chances of attaining this avatar. Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. A perk shop. That's crazy. This is the time where I didn't really play Neopets. You know, I just kind of left it. Scratch Master. Avatar Goldmine increases the possibility of winning certain random avatars. Wow. This perk can be applied thrice. The heck? Okay, wow. Oh, shoot. Lever of Doom. Damn it. Oh, dang. I need that to come back. I don't want to do Lever of Doom without this perk. But it was from 2019. They're not bringing it back. Okay, well, interesting. That learn something new every day is what they always say, right? Learn something new. Wow, that's crazy. I really didn't think that existed. Yeah, well, how do you get this bonus? Let me go back. Bonus. Complete a quest. For a bonus prize. Okay. Okay, wow. Nice. I feel accomplished today. Oh, congratulations. I got Edna. I'll leave that there. I like that. All right, who knew? Okay, well, you probably all did. You're like, man, you've been saying you've been playing forever, huh? I played on this site. I'm in La La Land, like I talk about. I enjoy my own things. We all love this game for different reasons, okay? We all do different things on this site. All right, let me do this jelly. Are you hungry today? No more food plays. Okay, maybe you're not hungry today. Who else wants to eat? All right, great. I need to groom you. Then I need to customize you. I feel embarrassed actually, not not knowing about Edna's quest. A little sad. I feel like I should have known. But as you can tell, I'm not like huge into collecting avatars and all this stuff. Like to me, that's not a big goal of mine in Neopets. Because it's more just the fact that it just gives you an extra number of avatars. I totally messed this up. I really messed this up. And I'm gonna totally forget about this. This never happened. Never ever. Yeah, it's just a number, and if I don't use the avatar, it doesn't matter for me. I'm not trying to get high score avatars or anything like that. Ooh, that bunny. That was a really nice bunny right there. Hold on, let me show you. You didn't see that. I have one more day for my pink pet paintbrush. Take a look at the inventory here. Easter cake. Look at this Easter cake. Yeah. Yeah. Easter is coming, by the way. And we always do the normal people come over to my house. My wife's family comes over, my sister comes over for Easter, and I always I like Easter in general. I'm saying I don't. The food that we have is a ham. I hate the ham. I don't want to have ham, but they like ham, so they have it. And then I'm like, can I have wings? Can I make some wings? Are you cool with the wings? I'm gonna make tater tots. My sister is like, please. I last year my unique item of the event was a tater tot, and everybody seemed to like it. My sister's like, you gonna make tater tots again this year? Because she wanted it. She's gonna bring over some fried rice. Really good at making some fried rice, so we're gonna have some of that. It's gonna be a fun time, or at least a little bit more delicious, I will say. Hey, Fairy Employment Agency, seriously, I just missed it again. Well, that seems like it's everything. Let me go over here to the boards, just take a quick glance at what's happening in the world. Did you ever, I never even realized this, but I have this charter. I don't know how much effort it is to get it. It says a board for longtime premium members. If you could see this board, that's you. You're a longtime premium member. High five. I don't know what qualifies for a long time, but it's interesting, right? Do you ever see this? Let's see what's inside of this thing. Charter, Daily Nergman, and Codestone board. And they got boards all over the place for this stuff. Let's see. 21 Nergmans this week, including 5 that didn't sell last week. My own fault for trying to sell high, but I don't sell for any lower than current prices. Yes. 2 more Nergs. Nergs, 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 Nergs. Everybody's getting Nergs. That's why it's deflating. I got 7, so who knows? Food Club, almost abandoned. Adding times. Look at all this sweet information in here. Play Coconut Shy. I don't think it loads up for me. Pick a nut, click on it, and refresh the URL. Oh, is this how you play? Yo. You can finally play again? You missed. You missed. Does this really work? You missed. Wait, what? What is my Neo points? 100, 137. I'm at 158, 212. 158, 212. It hardly moved. I like when I get to see it like bounce off the thing. Hardly moved. You missed. Give me something, please. The coconut hardly moved. I honestly think this is really sad. The coconut did not fall down. Hardly moved. Doesn't it cut me off at some point? Pick a success. The coconut hardly moved. Did not fall down. No more throws. Sorry, this is seriously funny to me. That I remember playing and having animation. I could throw it, I could see it, and I don't win anything. But now this is like I'm going back to the beginning of the internet where I just have to hit it this I have to use these links just to make it process. You can imagine on here the coconut hardly moved. It like bounced and it just wiggled a little bit. It hardly moved, hardly moved. I missed completely. I just I hated that about coconut shy. I'm like, you scammers. Okay, well, let's see what my take is. I had 158. 158, 212. 157, 812. Did I get anything? Did it give me anything? It gave me nothing. Okay, well that is the coconut shy experience if I remember correctly. So let me just open each one of these and I'll favorite so I can play coconut shy every day. No more hits. Yeah, let me just put that in my Neopets daily here. And that is nuts. Coconuts. Yes. But hey, I get to play again. I do miss playing Coconut Shy. There's a lot of games I miss playing. Yep. Every day I will be playing Coconut Shy. Just back to the glory of what did I get all the coconuts? Pretty sure I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Grand. Awesome. And to think I'm just here wanting to see an animation, but you know what? That URL link provides me just as much joy for not as much time, apparently. Oh boy. Well, that was interesting. Oh man, that's the beauty of Charter. That's I'm telling you, that's what I've been missing out on. All this crazy help. Okay, let's see what else we got. Gourmet support group, stamp annex, lottery reminder board. Yeah, we have lottery reminder boards on other ones. Neopian lottery guide and random picks. There's a guide for this? Oh, it's just lottery, but maybe there's more secrets to be found on the charter board. Maybe someone in here would talk about Edna the Witch, and that's just yo. They have just buttons where you can just pick randoms. What is this? It says here is your notepad. Click and drag the links. Why is it like off the screen like that? Does it have a little scrolly thing? All right, man, zoom out. Zoom out. Here's your notepad. Click and drag links into here. Make sure they are on separate lines. Scroll to the bottom of this page for bookmarking instructions. I have no idea what is happening on this page. Let me just hit one. We can add this lottery ticket into the database. Know what's happening. I just want some of this delicious lottery ticket. All right, I'm gonna exit out of there. I don't know what's happening with that one. Let's go with Michelle. Trudy Pink. Okay, lottery info. Picks around 4:30 p.m. Neo Standard Time. I want to buy some tickets. The following code will automatically pick the numbers. This. Yes. Oh, cut. That's what they meant. You have to cut and paste. I can't. I just can't click on it. Create a folder. Oh, there's more instructions in the other one. Create a folder in your browser with 20 bookmarks. Each bookmark is a different set. Oh, like what I do every day. Just open the bookmarks to quickly pick your daily lottery numbers. Better yet, put the bookmarks in a folder and each day simply open all bookmarks like what I do every day. Easy as pie. That makes a lot of sense. Look at that. Wow. Go here. Oh shoot, because you have to there's no random? I thought there was there was a random. It's under flash. Uh-oh, some elements may not display correctly without flash support. I would have never guessed. Never would have what is the deal with these past winners? Yeah, so day, month, year. June 17th, 2014. But it still works. I mean, people are playing it. This this past winter thing's all junked up. Unless I ended up on some page that's gonna steal my info. I don't know what's going on anymore. This thing's all broken. But up here above there are people still playing this. So then I need to go back to this fella, Rich, and then pick random ones. I don't want to pick random ones. I wanna pick my own. Bam, random. I don't know why I can't add it. It looks like the same one. Why? I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna do this one more time. Let's see what we got. That's a lot of links though. That's a lot of effort that went into making that whole page full of random links. Now it's not loading. Let me hit it again. When in doubt, open another one. Okay. This is what he means by here's your notepad. Click and drag links into here to make sure they are on separate lines. Drag. Oh, it did work. But I messed it all up because I didn't. Scroll to the bottom page for bookmark. All right. Bam! Look at that. Wow. Okay. Then I could take this, right? And I go here, and voila. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? All right, let's see. Open up Firefox. Go to show all. Cut and paste this into a Word doc. Modify your end. All right. 1425 4 26 2. Okay, these are all different numbers. Let me just paste this sucker and see what happens. We could not add. I don't know. You know what? Lottery's not for me. I shouldn't gamble. Don't gamble. Don't waste your money. Don't do any of that sort because that's never good. You'll regret wasting your money on stuff like this because you'll never win. Okay? Okay. All right. I don't know why it didn't work. It works. You can get a lottery ticket. I bought a lottery ticket. That's it. That's it, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you all potentially tomorrow. I should say that more often. Potentially tomorrow. I think I'll see you tomorrow, but you never know. Anyways, have a fun day. I'll see y'all later. My cats are still staring out the window, wondering what I'm even saying at this point. She is staring directly into my eyes, looking into my soul. See ya.